Known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
Hey, it's very easy for me to use all these psychological cliches, Kate, right? You gotta flush it. You gotta play one play at a time. You gotta flush last week's 5-interception performance, but the reality is you gotta be in the moment. You can't even be thinking about last week. You gotta think about every play, guard that ball with everything you got, and most importantly, help your team find a W.
2 on the pickup there, and it's gonna be 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Herbert now off the play fake. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Devin White hauls him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. They go play action. Here's Herbert. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And after using an early... room to spend. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Herbert from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Pushing the pace right away to start the game. Robinson reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. So here now are the Buccaneers on offense to begin their first drive. And it'll be their rookie QB who brings them out.
Your goal as a quarterback going into each and every season is to have a touchdown-to-interception ratio, Kate, of somewhere 2 to 3, and if you're great, 4 to 1. Anytime it's upside down like his outing last week with 2 touchdowns and 3 interceptions, you know that's not sustainable. It can lead to an awful lot of L's.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Straight ahead, it's Irving. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Putting a receiver in motion. Once again, Irving. And he's swallowed up in the middle, no gain on the run. Sent to the ground by Austin Booker. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6. He's dropping back to throw. His first throw is an interception. And forget the interception. He makes this a pick-6 touchdown. Just tried a little bit too hard to get that 3rd down conversion. Brock wanted so badly to keep that opening series going, and that one cost him.
Yeah, I think it's less, Kate, in this case about the throw and much more about crediting the defense who was ready and willing to be opportunistic, not just knock that ball away.
Yeah.
They wanted to take advantage of that opportunity, and they jumped on it.
Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick-6. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Buccaneers headed back out on offense as we get a look at their receiver. And the number of times he's been targeted has led to some serious results. He's currently top 5 in the NFL in receptions. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Backfield is empty as they motion him out right. Catch made by Bucky Irving. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. They kick the running back in motion. 2nd and 13. This is caught by Trey Palmer. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the 1st.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how good a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9. Right back to Irving now. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8. So that... Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. They have 3rd down and 8. Here's a throw. He has the 1st over the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. Back to throw. That's a catch. Jalen McMillan. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down. Working inside the red zone. And oh, he got it! Interception!
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They're up 2 touchdowns and could make it a 3-score game here. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he's just spinning his wheels, man, this entire 1st half. They drop him behind the line.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively. And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
That throw's knocked away and incomplete. Fourth down coming up.
You know, that is so hard to do. It's called body control. Great positioning to swat the ball away, not go through the receiver, no penalty flag. He's got the body control and, more importantly, the timing to knock that ball away.
And a surprising fourth down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs. Palmer motioning right. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Brought in right side. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. This offense in position now. It's first and goal. Irving has the Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers start to fight back with their first points of this game. Well, great work there, Brock. They weathered the storm, and now they've gotten themselves right back into this ball game.
Anybody who's played this game has been here before. The game doesn't start the way you want. You're in a big hole, and all you can do is climb out of it. And the words of Pete Carroll resonate. It's not how you start, it's how you finish.
That one splits the uprights. And the Buccaneers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Has this at the 6. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And they sure surprised us, going for 2 in that spot on their last drive. Not sure we're going to see that call come out here again. First and 10, around to Robinson. He gets it forward for a gain of 3. Chris Braswell there for the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. Another carry for Robinson. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Chris Braswell there for the tackle. 5 yards on the play. They could just do that again. 3rd and 2 coming up. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he's going to go. It's a pick 6. You get a pick 6. You get a pick 6. These defenses, Brock, wow, they have competed. Seeing who ends up with the best highlight of the game, huh?
Highlight? You're going to call a pick 6 a multiple? Highlight, Kate?
No, even if it's your defense doing it, come on, B-Rock.
No highlight for a quarterback.
This return starts at the 5. This return makes it up to the 25. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. A give left side. Here's Robinson. He gets forward, and that's about 4 yards. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. We're at the 2-minute warning now from Raymond James. It's the Falcons with 2nd and 6. From the 28. This one falls incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. On the play fake, it's Herbert. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
So a massive gain, and all of a sudden, we've got 1st and 10 inside the red zone. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. 2nd and 3 now. Herbert to throw once more. Completes. It's Bijan Robinson. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. On target to Worthy. And he's tackled for no gain. The Falcons take a timeout to their final one. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. It's Herbert once more. He's got it. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. Falcons flying as quickly as they can here. 3rd and goal. Here's Herbert. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands. And now it's 4th down.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play.
And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a lead on the final play of the half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Man, Brock, that defense held up 3 straight plays. They just couldn't come up with the one final stop they needed to get off the field.
And how about this offense? Courage of the offense to run it back for one more snap and make the adjustments on 4th and goal to finally punch it in. Quite the mini little chess match we just saw play out over those last 4 plays.
We'll catch up with the rest of the league later on. We're right through halftime and on to the start of the 3rd quarter. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. The Buccaneers ready for their next series. Let out. First and 10 now from the 30. On the give, this is Irving. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1. From the 39. Short pass brought in. And he goes out. Just needed one more step there to reach midfield. First and 10. Ball set up at the 48. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Culp with a catch. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good enough for a Tampa first down. Off the play fake, he'll throw. Fits it through the middle. And they're going to take this to the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers tie this game at 21. The Bucs get lined up and they will kick this away. Return coming from the 6. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Now here come the Falcons on offense. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. And he breaks even, but that's it. Brought down at that line of scrimmage. Kobe Dean in on the tackle. Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Launches one deep downfield. That's grabbed inside the 30. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
So the big play has him well into enemy territory and field goal range. They're inside the 30. 1st and 10, Herbert. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. Trying to work quickly now. Trying again, following the sack. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. So they're left facing 3rd and long. Herbert from the gun. He lays out over the middle to bring that one in. So 3rd and 16, no problem for them as they get the first.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. Receiver in motion, headed right. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Well, this offense is trying to keep the defense off balance down here in the red zone, mixing the receiver runs with everything else they love to do. And the best part is, it's working. He gets them several yards on that play.
Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete.
You call that receiver screen, and every once in a while, that wide receiver, well, he's got to be his own blocker. He's got to make the first guy or two miss. That didn't happen. The play goes nowhere.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons break that tie and now lead by 7. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Couldn't connect on 1st, it's 2nd down. Irving on the inside give. And they'll bring him down after a pretty short gain. Only 2 yards on the play, and it brings up 3rd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
This complete to Culp. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That's just discipline with a capital D. The play in the huddle is a running back screen, but it takes discipline for that offensive line to not get downfield. Discipline for that receiver to stay alert, stay aware that he's a viable option as well.
And this hits at the 4 before taking a bounce into the end zone. That's a touchback. This our last play of the quarter. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's got a chunk of yards as we've reached the end of 3. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They go play action. Here's Herbert. They did it! He made the interception! Picked off by Nakobe Dean. And the Buccaneers have some new life in the fort. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Here's the give to Irving. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down. And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Twice on the tackle. A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Running back sent in motion. To the air, 3rd and long. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And that brings things a little closer here late.
This is a case of, well, just get what you can on the way out the door, Kate. It's already out of reach. Just take the 3, let your kicker get some points, and make it a hair closer in the box score.
They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down. The Falcons are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. Staying with Robinson. Blast through midfield. And he's brought down at the 44. That play good for 17 on a 1st down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the 1st down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
On the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. To throw, Herbert. Able to hit Robinson, complete. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know coordinator quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, that defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He picks up 28 on the play. And the Falcons will have a 1st. A play fake, now Herbert to throw. Escapes the pocket. Gets out of harm's way after stringing together some nice yards on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Robinson on the inside give. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. So quickly the defense burns a timeout here. 1:57 remaining in the game. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Setting up to pass. Has it in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. I should know this by now, Brock. I don't know if you're a Broadway guy, but there's a lot of names that belong on the playbill for this lead we've got here. But his name belongs on the marquee as he brings in his 2nd touchdown grab.
Yeah, a bunch of contributors all throughout this roster. No, not a Broadway guy. And with 2 scores now, it's what, a 2-score game? Yep. Easy to see he's been one of the key actors throughout.
Appreciate the honesty. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Falcons drive their lead to 11. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. He's got him. That's McMillan. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Tampa spends its 2nd timeout now. 1st and 10, gotta score immediately here. Only 1 timeout left, and that clock winding down. He's gonna throw this one. Catch is made in close. And he nearly broke it for 6. He steps out at the 3-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Still sticking with the passing game. And this is cut for a score, and we are not done here yet. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your 2nd read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
So a little pressure alleviated by the touchdown, but plenty still remains. Gonna need to manufacture another trip to the end zone as they trail by 5.
This feels a little bit like a golf event to me, Kate, where those golfers will spend a big round not even looking at the scoreboard, not even know where they sit. But then when it gets down to winning time, they do know exactly what they need. And to consider that golf analogy, well, this team now needs a birdie when it matters the most.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he'll advance this down to the 38-yard line. That timeout taken by the Buccaneers, and that's their final one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. That's complete to Wilson. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains. All set up now for 1st and 10. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And that is the catch that should end this game and seal this win. Touchdown. So that should be the one that does it, Brock. A big one late that puts them up here 2 scores.
What a complete performance overall. The clock where it is and where it stands right now, Kate, that should be the capper. And that is so satisfying as an offense to go up 2 scores.
Koo on now for the extra point. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Falcons push the lead up to 12. Ku all lined up and ready to boot this one away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Tampa Bay are ready to head out to the field. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. And that falls incomplete.
Hey, I know nobody's perfect, and all you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
2nd and 10 now. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? Well, they chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
That's incomplete on 4th down, and they'll turn over possession.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And it's incomplete, but hey, who cares? They've got the lead, and we are out of time in this one. So the Falcons will fly home with a win on the road. And they take not just a victory, but some serious year-long bragging rights home with them after this one, as they finish off the sweep of their division rivals. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. A well-earned win for the Falcons. As with that, we sign off from Tampa.